We are just make sure we get all connected on here. If you can hear me and see me, go ahead and throw in the comments that you hear me and see me. Just want to make sure we are good to go. And we'll get right to it. We have a jam-packed day here to get right into right away. We got some awesome stuff, but also action items, implementation. If you tuned in yesterday, it's all about implementation. So we're going to get that part here. You just get on this YouTube. See here. That. All right. That's connected. Tell me how your day's going. Go ahead and drop in the comments below. How's your day going? We have so many people that tune in from all over the world that it may be evening your time. So you might have to put the earbuds on because I might be a little loud. It might be the early morning. It might be Eastern time, Central time, Pacific time. Regardless, thank you for joining me. This time is like either lunchtime or a prime time. So I completely am aware that you are here by choice. And we got a small delay, but we are on this one. So my commitment to you today is to give you a great, clear training guidance on what you need to do if you have not completed it yet, to do moving forward to get to day 3. So we're going to complete day 2 together. We're not going to do your full setup together, but we will do an overview because there were a lot of questions that came my way on what about this? What about that? Do I need this? Do I need that? So I'm going to cover a handful of those for y'all. And that should give you exactly a good amount of what you've been looking for, right? That's what's nice about these live sessions is it gives us the opportunity. Let me just put this here. What's giving you that two-way communication to go back and forth and get that live answer is always important. As I mentioned before, I have my colleague Jordan with our community team. He's in the comments. He's monitoring the comments. We're monitoring the comments in 2 areas specifically. We're monitoring it on Facebook Live, and we're monitoring it on YouTube. Now, in our Facebook groups, we copy and share the live. We do take a look. We have another team that looks at those as well. But the main comments and the main engagement is on the Facebook HighLevel Live and on the YouTube Live. So if you're on either of those, you will get a fast answer, a direct answer that you need. If you're commenting in the groups, we'll do our best to get right to you as soon as possible, right? If you're joining back, again, you were here yesterday, day 1, and you're joining back here for day 2, go ahead and type in the comments 2 days straight. You've attended 2 days straight. Throw that in the comments. And if it's your first day here, but you watched the replay yesterday, go ahead and type in the comments, watch the replay. I watched the replay, right? And if you have not watched the replay, go ahead and type in the comments, I have not watched the replay. And I'm asking for this because I want to make sure we get you the links, the resources, and get you caught up. Now, I won't be able to catch you up here live, but at the very least, I'll be able to catch you up by giving you where to go, right? So I got a handful of folks here that are responding back. Great, thank you for returning. Thank you for watching the replay. Day 1 replay was a little long because we had just a lot of housekeeping, like where to go, what to do, all that good stuff. So today we're going to get right into the most important stuff, which is setup. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close a couple windows here. And we're going to get through a couple slides here. Again, if you have any questions from day 1, from the replay, if you have any questions from now, what we're going over, or the assignment that you went over yesterday, please go ahead and jot those down now so we can get you those answers immediately. And see what we got here. Share my screen. And boom. It's here. Oh, all right. So plug this here to the side. Welcome to day 2. Welcome to our live session of our 5-day challenge. This is a new challenge that we just kicked off, which is our reviews. In your membership course, it's referred to as the reviews playbook. It is an evergreen course that you can install for your clients as a individual service, your core service, or this is something you can install in addition to their existing services. Because reputation management is so important and so relevant today. It's the perfect core offer or add-on offer as needed. So I just want to touch on the weekly agenda from today moving forward. Today, day 2, we're going to go over in the live setup day. And then tomorrow will be strictly prospecting and sales training. I'll also unpack for day 3 the collaterals, the scripts, a handful of additional resources that you have access to that you can use to increase your acquisition, right? To attract new customers and to get them going. And then day 4 is fulfillment. So the customers that we sign up, what's next, what's required, what's the next 30 days look like. And then our retention and ascension, which is pretty much keeping our clients happy and then upselling them, right? Giving them additional services that they're looking for. Because here's what happens. We put a lot of energy, time, and investment into our new clients. And once we get them up and running and we kind of like drop down the engagement a bit because we're helping others and they are getting the results they want, they tend to want more and they sometimes tend to forget that we could offer more. And you'll see what I mean if you're new to this, and you know exactly what I mean if you've been doing this for some time. They just start looking around for other services, or they end up seeing an advertisement, clicking on it, and someone encourages them or convinces them to give them the time, and then they get started with them, even though it may be included in their package or even though you offer it. So we have a great rest of the week lined up. My commitment to you is to give you everything you need. But the nice thing here is that as you take the information I'm giving you live, you're combining it with the information in the membership course, and then you're engaging in our Facebook group. You'll have a great 360 all around look, feel, and understanding of how you can customize it to work for you. So let's get into today's agenda and what to expect. Today's a techie day. And these 3 points here will get you the understanding, clarity, but also when you watch the replay, then you go through the membership course, the Reputation Management Playbook course, it'll make more sense. Or maybe this is not what you expected, and the Reputation Management Playbook answers all your questions. So there's a mix for everything, but my commitment to you is that you'll get the information that you need. So definitely ask away with your questions. So today's first item is the Reputation Management Playbook walkthrough. I had a bunch of folks that I got them access to the Reputation Management course. So if you have not yet received access to that course, or you don't know how to get there, or otherwise, go ahead and comment below. Jordan and our supporting team will get you the resources and the next steps to get that for you. And then after we go through that, that'll take, I would say maybe 25 minutes or so just to walk through this. Make sure, maybe even a little less, walk through everything, make sure you understand it all. Then we're going to go through the reputation management feature walkthrough. So we're going to go through the actual reputation management feature walkthrough. I'm going to say, I'm going to give you close to in-depth, and then we're going to stop and I'm going to go into the high-level walkthrough, which will then help me finish strong on the reputation management walkthrough and implementation. So reputation management feature walkthrough and the high-level walkthrough will complement each other very, very well. So, we do these live sessions. We're asking you to provide value, whether it's questions, whether it's helping someone with an answer to a question that you have best practice or experience with. We have our team keeping an eye on the comments. We'll be watching Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We're going to pull a winner at the end of this session, and we'll announce it tomorrow. But let's get to our winner from yesterday. Our winner from yesterday, drum roll please, is in the comments. So if you look in the comments below, we have announced our winner from yesterday. They got their gift card to the swag store, and I can't wait to see what they pick out and what they share. So if you want to enter to win, participate, and you have a chance to win. And that raffle's going on all week. So today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, all week long as we run this challenge together. Awesome. So you're not yet on HighLevel. You found out about this, what we're doing right now, because the algorithm said, you're techie, you like this kind of stuff, here it is. If you're not yet on HighLevel, you can sign up today and receive a free account setup, right? Because HighLevel could be a little complicated as you first get started with no experience, or it could be easy with little or every bit of experience. It's really up to you, right? So to get to the reputation management course, you have to go in the agency view. So I'll demonstrate that here for you. You'll go through the agency view. You'll click on your university section on the left side, left panel. And you may have some courses, you may not, right? We run different courses over the months, the years. You may have them, you may not, but you want to look for this particular course that is labeled 5-Day Reviews Challenge. And below it, it says Reputation Management Playbook. So 5-Day Reviews Challenge is what we're doing now. That's the live sessions. The Reputation Management Playbook is the course. It's the textbook. It's the facts, right? And on the live session, it's more strategy, implementation, and conversation. So you have best of both worlds here. But what I want to go over with you are some important parts of this. So if you've completed day 1 of the Reputation Management Playbook, aka the 5 days review course, go ahead and type in day 1 completed. Go ahead and type in below day 1 completed. If you already completed day 1. And if you've already completed day 2, right? And maybe you did not complete all the day 2. I want you to type in day 2 completed, but I need help with, and whatever that is. Or day 2 completed, meaning you went through the videos, you're familiar with each step. Maybe you completed 50%, 80%, 100%. But there are a few items that are pending. Maybe your payment processing is pending. Maybe your lead connector email system is pending. Maybe your phone system is pending. Maybe you haven't yet registered a domain or don't know or need some clarity. That's pending. Go ahead and type below day 2 completed. I consume the content, but I need help with, and what is that? And I'm okay with you sharing as much as you can with what you need help with, because I want to make sure we get you that assistance. And then I'll point you to where you can get live help, or we could touch on some of these items as we go, right? Awesome. So let's talk about day 2 here. There's a handful of folks that are commenting that they've completed day 2 portion fully, and that's fine. So, as you go through this, I'm going to go over a few overview items, right? So with this particular course, we've updated all the videos because our user interface, our UI, is upgrading, right, frequently. So if you watch this course or you get to this replay and something looks just a little different, it's because we're just always evolving with our user interface, and we're going to update those videos shortly. Okay. But it's important that you go through this in order. It's designed to go through in order. So we have the introduction here. And then over here is the resource to get that support team in the Zoom. Right? Sometimes folks will skip this part, the notes section. This is key. So if you click this, this will get you assistance with the Zoom. And then after that, you'll mark complete and you'll go to the next. Now, with the sub account, if you had, or you haven't got here yet, or you had any issues, this is important because I want to walk through how this and what this does. So when you go through, let me pull this up here. I'm showing you some sneak peeks of the goodies. So close your eyes. Okay, we're back. So, you know, when you create a sub account, right, you're going in the agency view and you're clicking create sub account, right? We have, for you, we've created a snapshot that has everything you need from a collateral website, calendars that you'll need for going to market right away. But you may find that you're bringing on a customer for a sub account and they're a particular industry. Always take a look at these snapshot templates because we always update them and we always add new ones. So these are snapshots that are pre-configured that get your customers up and running quickly, right? And I just like to go over this because if you're techie or not, we just sometimes move fast or we don't know what we don't know. This section here is the setup guide. This setup guide gives you a video, some jump to general setup, jump to quick wins, jump to level up. And it's very detailed in what it offers of information, configuration, use, and implementation, right? So you want to go through this and make sure, you do this as you see it, you learn it, and then you end up having to maybe go back to it at some point and you're familiar with it. A lot of what you're going to experience within the HighLevel software is you see it for the first time, but you go back to learn just a little bit more as you're doing other things. And that's important because it's nearly impossible to learn the whole system in one day. Maybe there's one or two that could do it out there, but it's a lot, and it's a lot by design because our customers and your customers are always evolving, so we're always adding new things. But I've showed you yesterday some resources to stay up to date, our help.go HighLevel, our community, and our Facebook groups. But this, you should spend some time and get familiar, especially if you're working with a specific industry or niche. This is helpful to understand what may be popular, but what may be important to go over, right? So you go to agency view, you click on sub accounts on the left, click create sub account, boom. Now, when you import a snapshot, right, you'll end up, and I'll get to this as we get to that part, but you'll end up clicking on the link and it'll do the setup for you. It'll confirm, do you want to override or do you want to do this or that? Once that's completed, that snapshot will show up under the imported snapshots, right? So you have the templates, you have imported snapshots, and then you have another section is where you create your own snapshots. The creating of your own snapshots, we're going to hold that off for another time. I just want you to be really familiar with what's pre-installed so you can learn and have at your fingertips, and then what you're going to import from our training of the reputation management playbook, right? So go ahead and type in the chat below, snapshot. Go ahead and type in the chat, snapshot. If you have any questions around accessing the agency account, you have any questions around snapshot, installation, you have any questions around preloaded snapshots, go ahead and jot those down too, right? Jot those down as well, right? We want to keep this conversation relevant to what we're doing with right now, so that way you have everything you need and the rest of our audience can participate, help, or contribute as needed, right? Awesome. So this is our sub account area, super important. Now, you probably saw this before. We have SaaS sub account, snapshot, and we have regular account. So I'm going to touch on the regular account first. if you have the $97 plan, right? Or you have the $297 plan, right? You have the regular account snapshot templates, right? If you have the $497 plan, that is the SaaS account snapshot, right? Now, if you would like more information on the difference between, the individual account versus the agency account versus the sub account versus the SaaS account, you can go to help.gohighlevel.com, or you can ask questions below. Either way works for us, but I want you to get familiar on the different options of education that you have. It's very important, right? So regular account and SaaS account are different because of the automation, but also the capabilities with rebilling and visibility. There's different features in the SaaS account because it's the ultimate account that gives you more access to different components and features. So boom, that's set up there. Let's get to the next part here. Let's go to the lead connector phone system. Now, if you are within the United States, right, or you plan on doing business within the United States and you have a business registration, or you need a United States phone number for a particular state or area, go ahead and type in phone USA. Type in below phone USA, right? If you need a phone number for Canada, right, go ahead and type in phone Canada. Phone Canada. If you're looking for a phone number out of the United States and Canada, right, type in phone outside USA. Phone outside USA, right? Now, when we get to the lead connector phone, we get a couple questions around lead connector, Twilio, and other service providers that offer telephone services. So with HighLevel, I'm going to focus on two. I'm going to focus on lead connector first. Lead connector is our own phone system that is powered by Twilio, and our own phone system lead connector is what we've created an user experience, user interface to go through the validation process for your business, your phone number setup, your maintenance of your phone number, and pretty much all of the TCPA rules and regulations around phones in the United States, Canada, or outside of both, right? Phone communications has become very more regulated. So we use lead connector. We built lead connector so that way you have an easy flow, step-by-step already set up for you to go through, check the box. And based on our user base and the amount of customers we have on lead connector, we're always ahead of the game to give you a smooth process to get through that verification process, within the guidelines, right? Now, if you decide that you want to use Twilio, right? We also use Twilio. Lead Connector will give you just a little bit of a discount because of the amount of users we have and what we have set up. But Twilio, you may need Twilio, you may want Twilio if you have some needs for developer access. If you're looking to have more control over the actual account of adding custom APIs and custom developer codes and integrating a whole bunch of other systems. As you run your business powered by HighLevel, you'll find that some of your customers may require that, right? So Twilio just, there's regular pricing and you have, a little bit more developer access. But if you don't need all that, I would just go lead connector. We support it, we help you, and we walk you through every step of the way. You will have to go through the Twilio training that Twilio provides to set up Twilio. Everything we do is based on lead connector, just to be forward about this, so that way you're not looking around or assuming that they're the same interface, right? Now, if you are outside of the United States or Canada, or in a region that has limitations or adjustments or specific requirements for phone numbers, you may find that the phone access, whether it's Lead Connector or Twilio, may not be available to you. Again, I don't know all the listings of the areas. We have that on our help guide, but let's just say you don't want to use the phone or you can't use the phone. We then give you the Lead Connector email system. Now, the great thing about reputation management is that you can ask for reviews, manage reviews, and communications around the reputation management feature through email and text. You have both access. So that's the good thing. There is sometimes a little delay with phone, so the email gets you up and running right away. So make your way to the Lead Connector email system, run through that. We've added some articles to support you on it. That gets you everything you need to get the review request out and about. Remember, if you don't ask, you will not receive. So if you don't ask for reviews, you don't make it easy for them to ask for reviews, you will not receive any, right? And I'll walk you through some live examples as we do this, right? Perfect. Now, with the white, so that's this part here. Let me actually walk you through it in HighLevel, right? So with the Lead Connector, right, first, you'll want to go through the agency view. You'll want to go through the agency view, right? And you want to make sure, first and foremost, that your business information is all filled in from the agency view. Your company information is all filled in from the agency view, right? And then you want to go and make sure your billing is connected from the agency view, because when you go through Lead Connector, there's a fee associated with registering your phone number. It's a little bit of a discounted rate or close to it that we pass on to you, but that'll go to the phone registration process that we don't control. We just make it easy to manage, right? So you'll make sure your billing is all set up, because you'll need that for that to go through. You'll also want to make sure that you go through your phone integration. Now, with your sub account, you will need to activate Lead Connector for your sub account. And these instructions are in the reputation management playbook, but I just want to make sure you see it here. So like, let's just pretend, this was not what's there. You'll go ahead and click on the pen, and you'll go ahead and say, I want to activate this to be on Lead Connector, right? Let me see if I could. Okay, so here we go. Here's an example. Right, so we'll go. So this is not a sub account creator. Let me see if I can find one quick example for you. But typically, yeah, so this is all on Lead Connector, because that's how we set it up. But this here will not say LC phone. It'll say phone. Choose your phone. You'll click that. You'll pick Lead LC phone, and then you'll start the process and the training that you learned to get that activated. Perfect. So let's go into now the email services, right? So we're going to go into email services. Now, when you go to email services, this training, again, will go a lot more in detail. But again, you can use Mailgun as your email service. You could use others as your email service. Right now, we're only going to be supporting Lead Connectors. That's what I'm going to be speaking about. But here we go again. Lead Connector is powered by Mailgun. The difference is Lead Connector is an email system we created because there are email deliverabilities, processes, compliances that we streamline for our customer base and for you to streamline for your customer base without figuring out these other systems like Mailgun or others and how they work and how they're always ever changing. So when we change something, we push it out to our marketers and they push it out to their customers, right? And Lead Connector is our gray label brand, so that way your customers don't know that it's HighLevel. So it is created like that by design. So what you'll want to do is make your way here. You'll want to activate. So this is another area where, and let me see if I could just show you what this might look like in my account here. Give me a quick moment. Okay, so this is kind of what you'll start to see, like a pop-up will come up because it's the first time. You'll want to, add a dedicated domain. you'll want to add your domain for your customer or for your customer base. There's a couple of ways to go about it. This will go into detail. And then you'll be able to add a dedicated IP as well. And then you'll be able to set up your settings. But in a nutshell, this is where everything is around the email, right? So go ahead and type below email. If you have any questions about email, lead connector email, jot those down too. Jot those down too, right? So what you'll also notice is that I'm in the sub account. So as a sub account user, I have visibility over email. And as an agency, I have control over email. So as an agency, you have the control, the ultimate control with email. And if you're on SaaS mode, right? If you're on the SaaS, you could actually rebill. You can add a couple of, dollars, cents, however you prefer, to bill to your customer. So you're collecting an additional revenue from the rebilling of email and phone. Totally up to you, but that's one of the benefits of SaaS, right? So you have all the control here, the risk assessment, the advanced settings, all the good jazz, right? And this gives you here location settings, gives you complete access to all of your accounts that are under your that are your sub accounts, so you can manage and edit and adjust their email settings. Awesome, right? Doesn't look like we have a lot of questions around email and phone. At any moment you guys want to share some, you're more than welcome to. But I just want to make sure you have the visibility and that practical, like if we're sitting side by side each other, right? If we're here together, this just adds an extra layer. Awesome. So sub account done. Activating lead connector phone done, in process. Lead connector email done, ready to go right away. Right now we got to talk about white label. And this is what I talked about yesterday with white labeling, that a lot of companies make it really, really hard. And they almost don't want you to white label, but we encourage you to white label. We actually help you white label. So this is the magic part here. We need to create your white label process. In this video, I mean, all of our videos here are about a minute, 2 minutes long. We don't have a lot of videos that are more than 2-3 minutes, right? Straight to the point. So this will be very helpful to get through quickly. So to set up your white label, you'll watch this minute and 44-second video. And then we have the help doc linked up, right? But let's go into the help doc, because I just want you to see the additional context that we have add here. We have a short video that supports that in addition to that video. And there's a couple of technical components that are very important, such as your CNAME, DNS settings, your email, as well as your login page, right? So the domain you put is a domain that carries over to your email, and it also carries over into your client login portal. It also goes into your customer login, right? So like, here's what I mean by the both. Like, you sign up to get into my version of HighLevel, my white label version, you'll go to app.mydomain.com. And then to get to your client login, there'll be another link. So you have a different interface as well. So that way you can just focus on the few things that we make available to you there. So the domain plays a big part. Go ahead and type in the chat domain and DNS. Domain and DNS plays a big part in the white label. It's so important that you understand and get this going, so it's done from the start, because it's one of those things, if you don't do it when you first do it, you don't get excited about doing it thereafter, right? So we got that cared for. Any questions around that? Type that below. As we're evolving in this walkthrough, just do me a favor and make sure you include like the feature or the part that you have a question about. So if it's about lead connector and your question. If it's about white label, and then your question. That'll help us get you the help you need very quickly, right? So as we go through this, we completed this part, right? And I'm going to now go to the second part of our sub account setup. So we broke this down to be, our agency account setup task, which is the the operating system portion of it. Now we're going to go into the sub account. So pretty much, the sub account is your agency account. So let me bring some clarity to this. We set up our agency with all of our master settings. Now, let's say your agency is called Super Reviews. Let's say your agency is called Super Reviews. We now need to create a sub account for Super Reviews. That's your prospecting account. That's how you're going to run your business to get customers. So you got Super Reviews. You've registered superreviews.com, right? So now we need to create the sub account for Super Reviews. We create that sub account. Now we need to fill in the business information for that sub account for Super Reviews. This will walk you through it. Then we need to connect the domain for Super Reviews. This will help you. Then we need to set up a phone number for Super Reviews. This will help you. Right? So everything I just went over for the agency, you need to now do for Super Reviews. That's your example sub account. Right? And then we need to connect your payment processor to Super Reviews. Right? So let me slow down here to go back, then to go fast forward. Right? So I'm going to go here to the sub account. I just gave you another sneak peek of one of the most awesome goodies that you're going to like as part of this package. So close your eyes if you saw that. Don't rewind. Right? So we're going to go to my version of Super Reviews. So I'm on my version of Super Reviews sub account, and I need to now set up my business information, right? So I'm in my Super Reviews account. I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to set up my business profile, my company billing, and I'm going to add my staff, right? Myself and whomever else. That will be walked through in more detail in the video, but this is what you need to do when it talks about business information, right? So what the business name is, contact information, what the company billing information is to activate the different features and set everything up, and then the staff. You plus whom else can access this sub account. So important, right? So we complete that. The next thing here is to connect the domain. So to connect the domain for Super Reviews, we're going to go to sites. We're going to go to sites. And then we're going to go to, pull this up here, websites, right? And as we create our site, we'll be able to attach a domain to that website. We'll be able to attach a domain to that website. So for example, reputationchallenge.gohighlevel.com is a domain that we'll add, right? And this is the settings, and this will walk you through how to add a domain, how to do it through our system for you, how to do it yourself, add it manually. You will have all that guidance. But here's the thing. There's not just one way to do everything on HighLevel. There are multiple ways. There's the regular way, there's the fast way, and then there's the complicated way, the slow way. I sometimes do a mixture of all because I don't always take the time to go through each step by step and the help and all that good stuff. So you get to determine the adventure you want to go on and the process you want to go through, but there are many ways, and we will give you the help as long as you ask, right? So now that we do that, we'll get that domain live. This is the setting. You have multiple domains. You can add multiple domains and subdomains here to attach to your websites, right? If you have any questions about that, type in the chat below, domain and your question. Domain and your question, right? Slow down a minute here. Give this a quick chance to catch up. The comments are on fire. right? And, I know we have the raffle going on. I appreciate the participation, but like I mentioned before, in order for this to work for you, for us, for everybody, let's keep it to questions, feedback, great conversation around what we're doing. And that will help us all stay on track. So thank you all for cooperating and just being awesome participants, right? So I'm going to kick back off here. So we got the domain connected. Again, 2-minute and 53-second video, definitely digestible. You can adjust, go back as needed. You're good to go, right? Next is setting up your phone number for your sub account. We're in the sub account. So you're going to go to your sub account, right? You're going to go to settings and you're going to go to phone numbers. Now, again, actually, I need to switch this phone number section. Oh, no, this is actually it. All right, so I'm in my sub account. Let's pretend this is super reviews, my fictitious business name. I go to phone numbers, and there are many things that are not filled in here because this is a sandbox account. But let's say I want to add a phone number. I can add a phone number here. I can add a phone number for SMS and calls. I can add a marketing phone number that gives me a handful of sub phone numbers to put in different marketing areas to track where my marketing is coming from. And then we can add verified caller ID. So that way it doesn't say like spam likely or unknown, right? So that there's a lot of different things to happen in each tab. So I can't go over everything, but I just want to give you a little bit of visibility, right? Then we have our usage summary. Then we have our regulatory details. So if you want to click for more information, click here. You want to go through it, it'll walk you through. This is like what I was saying before, the lead connector interface that we created makes it so easy to go step by step by step. We essentially virtually hold your hand, but there are some things that you need to provide documentation or follow depending on your region or country, right? Or industry. So you have that here, right? So that gets covered. We have your trust center. Again, this is what's called A2P, application to person messaging. This is governed by an outside authority. The authority might have a different name, whether it's in the United States, in your country, in your region, wherever you are in the world. But it's the phone companies created this to protect their users from spam, malicious phone calls, so on and so forth. So we have to follow these rules. This is not a high-level requirement. This is a government region, country requirement, a phone carrier requirement. We're just following the rules and making it easy to complete the process, right? So we'll over-deliver on information and process here. We'll walk you through it step by step. You'll have to set aside some patience, time, and reminder to follow up on the status. Be very important. And again, if you have any questions, we have our support team, we have our Facebook group, we have our help guide, right? Go ahead and type below in the chat phone numbers, right? Go ahead and type in the chat phone numbers. Now, to anticipate what may be asked, we have options depending on if you're on our SaaS, and we have a couple of techie features with API and API codes and integrations. I'm not 100% aware of everything, but I will tell you that if you use Lead Connector in this process for your customers, it'll be smooth. They'll get up fairly quickly. If you want to incorporate their existing phone system, if you want to create your own phone system, that's going to take, lifting, knowledge, experience, and resources on your end. But definitely reach out to HighLevel support to make sure that you're not creating and doing this extra effort for something that's not possible because our access doesn't allow it with third parties or type of parties, okay? So definitely ask for help before you invest or you take action on creating something that is outside of Lead Connector or Twilio, right? Awesome. All right, so as we go here, couple quick things, because I get too techie here and then it gets, I lose track here. So just want to go over something here. If you're just joining in, the swag store is open, store.gohighlevel.com. If you pick up some swag, do me a favor and take a photo with you in it, throw it in our Facebook group. If you already have swag, grab a selfie of it, throw it in our Facebook group. We don't have any contests around that, but I'm going to figure something out to showcase those that are participating as we go, as we evolve. But the swag store is always requested and it's open and ready for you. Items move quick, so make sure you get what you want. That's your favorite. And if you already have a favorite, go ahead and type in the comments below, what's your favorite swag from our swag store? Is it the hat, the shirt, the baby onesie, hoodies? And what's your favorite color? Do you prefer, our blue, the white, the gray, the black, right? Jot it down. Awesome. And then obviously those comments and feedback and just sharing your personality and what you like will contribute to our raffle that we'll be pulling end of day today of this live session. And it'll be announced tomorrow for a gift card to our swag store. And to participate, it's on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Those are the spots we're looking at for our next winner. And we already have our winner below. And if you're just jumping in now and you do not have a HighLevel account, you don't even know what HighLevel is, but you like what you see, you like what you hear, there's a link for you below. Go to that link, sign up for our free 30-day trial, And when you do so, there'll be a special coupon that'll be with that it's going to get you a free account setup to get you caught up and get your account set up to continue on and launch, whether it's for your own business or to serve other businesses, right? Awesome. Back to our regular scheduled programming, right? Back to our regular scheduled programming. So we got the phone number going. Payment processors. Yes, payment processors. Gets a little complicated, but I'm going to go over what I'm knowledgeable with, and then I'm going to give you resources on how you become more knowledgeable on custom approaches, right? And where to ask those additional questions. But if you have questions about payment processor or getting payments, like actually taking money, putting it in your bank account from HighLevel as, making it easy for you, go ahead and type those questions in below, payment, and then your question. Payment, and then your question, right? I'm going to get right into it here. So I'm going to jump back into the agency view. I'm going to jump back into agency view because it's important. And as we get into agency view, we want to make our way to SaaS configurator. So with the SaaS configurator, for my new friends, new visitors on the $497 plan, the SaaS configurator is your best friend, right? So with the SaaS configurator, you will be required to have Stripe. Can things change? Have things change? I'll get you the resources. But Stripe is what I'm going to teach you, right? And Stripe.com has process validation requirements for you to create essentially an account with them, a merchant account, right? A money account with them to collect money and then deposit it in your account. So you will need to set up a Stripe account. And when doing so, it may happen right away. It may take you a few days. I haven't created a Stripe account in a long time, so the process may be different than when I first did, right? But they are going to ask some questions, whether you're sole proprietor, whether you're LLC, incorporated business, what type of business, give you some terms and conditions. And I recommend you read through those terms and conditions, just really become familiar because we're talking money here. And if you speed through it, You don't want any surprises, right? So we don't support Stripe from a technical part, but we support it by just connecting it and showing you what to do that connects with it, right? So advanced settings, you'll need to make sure that your payment processor is connected, right? You have security features, pausing, two-factor, requests, your plans and pricings. Now, your plans and pricings in the SaaS configurator, there's a process to get that connected to your Stripe. They have to talk to each other, right? What edit you make in Stripe can affect SaaS configurator. What edit you make in SaaS configurator can affect Stripe. So you have to make sure they're always in sync. We have more information on that. It is very, very important, right? So going over that, we're now going to go into our sub account. Again, putting on our super reviews agency account, right? Super reviews is in placement of whatever you call your agency. Now for that, we need to now connect our validated, approved Stripe account to our super reviews, our sub account that we're going to be doing business with, right? So to do so, we want to go to settings. We want to scroll down to integrations, and we want to go to Stripe. We want to click continue and walk through step by step for Stripe. Now, again, you'll need an account created, validated, all that good jazz. There's more information on this as needed in the training. But once everything's done from the Stripe end, it'll be a seamless connection from HighLevel to Stripe. Once that's done, you can make your way over to the SaaS configurator, right? That being said, you're good to go, right? Any questions about that? Definitely ask, and we'll get you what you need for that, right? So as we continue on here in this section, the mobile app. It's so important for the mobile app for you to download it and for your customers to download it. So the only way you're going to get your customers to download it is if you download it. What you do is what you train and what you show others, right? It's hands-on. So if you haven't yet, download the mobile app. There's 2 mobile apps. The functionalities are the same. You have the HighLevel branded mobile app. You have the Lead Connector branded mobile app. HighLevel is our brand name, obviously. Lead Connector is our gray label. Lead Connector is for your customers to jump into, for your customers to not know we exist. It's that divider. So go ahead and have them download the Lead Connector. I actually recommend you download the Lead Connector too. So that way, when you show it to them with the logo or they see it, it says Lead Connector, right? Go ahead and type below in the chat if you have any questions around payment processor or Lead Connector or the mobile app, right? And there's a help guide here as well. We're moving and grooving here. This techie stuff, it does take time. I mean, we've been out of here for almost, I would say 45 minutes. Small break, a little bit of an intro, but 45 minutes at it. I hope this helps you be aware of it. So when or if you skipped a step or two, you have the confidence to go back and tackle it. Again, can't do it all in one day unless you set the time aside and you have a plan, right? But what's most important? Implementation. Go ahead and type that down below in the chat. Implementation. Without implementation, you have just an idea and that's it. We have to implement everything, right? Implementation. Throw it in the chat. Good to go. All right. So as I continue on here for tech setup for day 2, we're going to continue on here. Okay, so this is the baseline sub-account setup tasks. I walk through each step of the way. The next is the client acquisition snapshot. Type in the chat below, snapshot. This is the most important part. As a matter of fact, we made a cool update recently that we allow you a way to protect your snapshot. So for any of those that have been around for a while, that are creators in snapshots and processes, you got to check out the update on protecting your snapshot from being used unauthorized, right? You can pretty much make that snapshot part of your intellectual property suite. Pretty cool. Won't get into it in detail, but pretty cool. All right, so let's go to this install the reputation management snapshot. So here is sometimes what throws people off. You got to click this link to install it. So you need access to the course. If you don't have access to the course, comment below, I need access to the course, right? So you click on the snapshot link. You need to have a HighLevel account. Have to have a HighLevel account. I recommend that you are logged into your HighLevel account. And when you're logged into your HighLevel account, it will do what it does best. It will import it and it'll start giving you the prompts. So this prompt here, yes, import now. Now, for my brand new customers that are joining us, welcome. You may not have anything in there, right? So there's nothing to override. But for my existing customers, my founding member customers that have been with us, for more than one hand, right? You may want to you want to make sure you go through each of the different features that we're installing in the snapshot, because you may have customized something that could affect the whole other process. So you definitely want to make sure you're going through the snapshot override that it's saying. But in this case here, I've installed the snapshot. No errors, no alerts came up. We're good to go. So now, what do we do next, right? We've installed the snapshot. What do we do next? You got to watch the video. This is one area that I will not attempt to confuse you because I will lose you, right? Don't want to confuse you because I don't want to lose you. So watch this video. It's 2 minutes and 46 seconds long. It'll give you what you need to install, to get going, to activate, right? If you have any questions outside of that, type them below, snapshot, and your question. We're almost there. The next is the website configuration. Again, this is another one. It's a little techie, but the website configuration has everything to do with the website we've created for you. We created a website for you so that way you can go to market fast. We created a website for you so you can grab those big competitors in your area, shake the tree, and make some noise. Because what's important, what makes you different, we went over it in day one. Yes, being hyper local. So we did the build out of your website so you get right to go in hyper local, whether it's virtually or in person. Hyper local is everything. So making sure your website has a great look and feel, you're going to be able to customize the whole website, right? Let's get into it. So to get to the website that was imported from the snapshot, you'll need to go into the sub account. Let's call it the super reviews account. You'll go into that account, and then you'll go into sites. You will go into sites, right? Now, one thing you'll want to know here is that with sites, the left bar takes you to a totally different area, little different maybe than what you're used to, but the top bar keeps you within the category you clicked on. So sites to the left, if I click automations, it takes me out of here. So I want to click sites and I want to navigate from the top. Navigate from the top. There's a lot here. Can't go over it all today, but there's a lot of goodies. And we got some new stuff, right? We actually just got our own HighLevel swag store on our own HighLevel. You got to check out the store. Definitely a cool feature if you love swag, want to sell swag, or you have customers that are looking to sell swag, right? When you get your customers great reputation, they want to sell swag. They want to make swag available because they got a great reputation, right? Little plug-in for that, right? Maybe I might have to cut that out, right? So let's get back to this. So funnels. We didn't make a funnel for you. We didn't make a funnel. All right, we want to keep this super direct, quick, and quick start. Quick win, quick start. We made a website for you, right? We made a mobile-friendly website, tablet-friendly website, laptop, computer-friendly website, right? And with that website, right, I'm going to pull it up here. We have, now this is my account, so I have something else installed here. I clicked on the wrong one. I'm going to now click on the right one. So we got the right website that's about to come up for you, right? The reputation management site. So again, we click on the websites. The top part now drops me down to sub settings below it. You have your pages, which are here. You have your stats, which are for your pages. You have your sales, which is driven from your purchases, from your pages and your product. You have your security for your pages and your domain there. You have your events and you have your settings, all particular to this site. Each site gets their own menu and sub menu. So I want you to go to this website. I want you to go to reputationchallenge.gohighlevel.com. reputationchallenge.gohighlevel.com. All right. And when you do that, reputationchallenge.gohighlevel.com, type in the chat below, I'm there. Type in the chat below, I am there. So I'll give you a little behind the scenes. We have some amazing thought leaders, some creative people, some very experienced, whether they're former agency, former marketers, former leaders at other large companies that are with HighLevel now. There was a lot of work, time, and effort put into this because we wanted to make sure that those that are going to take this challenge and really go all in on everything we're giving them, they have everything they need to be successful. And we know that your reputation and your brand is everything, right? Reputation and brand is the start to everything, right? If you disagree, that's fine. If you have an alternative thought, that's fine. Feel free to share. If you agree, feel free to share why you agree, or what your opinion, or what your vision, or what your thoughts are. This is so important because, you know, when you join in part of groups, mastermind, like-minded people, the benefit of that is having relatable conversations like that you get, I get, we get, and it helps all of us. So with that being said, we went a lot of back and forth and we were very specific on what we did for you. So I hope you enjoy this. But here's the great news. If the colors aren't for you, no problem. I'm going to show you how to edit it. If the font's not for you, no problem. You'll be able to edit it. Any buttons, any add-ons, any adjustments, I'm going to show you how to do it all. Where to go. And when you have the time and the vision and the strategy, you go ahead and do it. But I will give you a pro tip. Here's the pro tip. Just pause for dramatic effect. If that felt dramatic, type in dramatic. Here's the pro tip. I'm just going to get to it first. Okay, the pro tip is this. When you go to your reputation management site, the pro tip is to hit the 3 dots and clone it, right? Clone it. Make sure you pick the right sub account. Oh, actually, in this case, so let me walk through this here because this is important if I'm going to show it to you. To clone it, you could actually clone this site to another sub account. So let's say you want to do another duplicate sub account doing the same reputation management site. You could do that in a whole new sub account. In this case, I'm just saying clone it within this website area. So that way, if you make a mistake or you're getting familiar with the editor or you're not really techie and designer wise, but you want to give it a shot, you have the clone, right? And I recommend that you rename it, whether it's version 1 or A test, B test, whatever it is, you have the flexibility. There's enough YouTube videos, strategies, best practices out there. I just want you to know what to clone. Make sure you clone it before you edit the original, because if you mess it up or delete it by accident, you'll have to reinstall the snapshot all over again, and that could affect some settings, right? So go ahead and type below, pro tip, clone it. Pro tip, clone it. That'll get you some credit into the drawing. Pro tip, clone it. Comment below whether on YouTube or Facebook. So now, let's go to the clone. Let's do some stuff with the clone, right? So I'm going to leave this as this, leave the naming, right? And I'm going to go to edit. So when I go to edit, we could replace the logo. Now, the information you put in your business profile for this sub account, we've set it up for it to carry over. So what do I mean by that? I'm glad you asked. When you go to settings in your sub account and you type in business profile, your business logo here that you upload will carry over. Your business name will carry over. Your legal business name will not carry over. But your friendly business name will carry over. Your address will carry over. Your domain, adding a domain will carry over. All of this will carry over, right? So I want to make sure you're aware what you put in the business profile will show up because we use something called custom values. That's the next training that we're going to go over. Custom values carries over what you have in there so you don't have to do it all over again, right? So that being said, let's get back to the editing of the site. If I could find the original. Now I want to change the color. Everything has its own element. Very easy. We're always updating the editor tool. So it's very plug and play. You can add your own images. You can change your font, your wording, right? Upload, adjust. You can add animations, advanced features, some elements from WordPress, all that good jazz, right? Language, the whole nine, all here, right? Again, the custom values will carry over. Your social links, right? Click on this tab. You want to go to each one, edit them. Pet peeve. I always get frustrated and annoyed when I click on a social link and it brings me nowhere, or it brings me to some other random site that's not a social media page. Does that bother you? Am I the only one that gets annoyed when I click on a social link and it doesn't bring me to social? Don't do it. Make sure that your page, when they click the button, goes to where it's intended to. Today, the customer is so much more smarter and aware that if these little things are off, where like the wrong date, the wrong year, no logo, no information, no phone number, they get weary. They get weary. So you want to make sure that their complete experience from top to bottom, left to right, is smooth and easy. So important. So make sure your social links, pro tip, make sure you have your social links linked or take them out. Take them out. If you don't have it, take it out. If you have it, keep it in. No worries. Okay? Awesome. Now, in this editor, colors, features, styles, fonts, the whole nine, layers. Top part gives you all the techie, popular techie. The plus sign gives you the elements. So if you've used WordPress or any other WordPress builder or web builder, the elements is drag and drop. You drag and drop, right? Say it with me, drag and drop. Want to delete it? Hit delete. Type in below, drag and drop, right? Very easy. Plus sign, scroll down. You have rows, global sections, buttons, icons, images, the whole nine, all here. Perfect. Pages, naming convention, settings within the pages, right? And now, skipped a whole bunch of stuff by design, but here's the grand finale in this section, the mobile view, right? No mobile, no money. Customers today want to be able to shop on mobile. If the website, you have to two-finger expand or closer or move it in weird ways, upside down, you lost them. And your customers may be losing customers because of it, or your prospective customers, right? So you have to have mobile friendly. Whatever edits you make on the desktop version right here, just make sure it resembles that in the mobile. And we have additional features to support mobile, right? So you get a great look and feel here. If this excited you so far, go ahead and share your excitement. What do you like about it? What excites you? What did we wow you with? Was it the detail we used? Was it the example that we have for you now? Is it the opportunity of not having to build this from scratch or pay someone to build it for you? jot down in the comments below, because of the comments in our previous challenges is how we got here now. So your comments help us move forward fast, right? What do you like so far? Right, while you're typing that down, I'm going to get to the next section here, right? So I'm going to go reputation. So in this case here, I have the store as a button. I can add the store and link it to my store within HighLevel. We don't have that linked. We didn't want to confuse you, but it's an option. It's inspiration. The next thing here is pricing, right? The next thing here is pricing. Let me switch here. Let me go my route over here because this will be easier as I can navigate. With pricing, I'm going to go to the pricings page. Okay. We teach you in our training, and you'll learn more about this tomorrow. $197 for reputation management as a foot in the door offer. Your sole service is just reputation management, $197 a month. We make it easy, visually appealing, official looking, what people expect to get going. So you want to sign up your first customer today? This is ready to go. Don't wait, ready to go. So what they do is they click sign up now. It'll bring them to the order form. Order form feeds into your payment processor, feeds into your sub account. Everything goes directly to you. They fill in the information here, all those details, and you get notified. If you're on SaaS mode and you set it up to go automatic creation, it'll automatically create it, but that does require you to set it up to do so. If not, you'll receive a notification and you'll manually create the account. But this is ready to go, customer facing, prospect facing. This is ready to go, right? Now, let's say you're at a chamber event or you're out and about or you're on a Zoom and you want to get them started. Here's the link, they can get started, right? Now, the next area is the demo video. We created a demo video for you, but not just any demo video, a white label reputation management demo video. Any excitement in the building? We created a white label reputation management video that you can send, show, and let the story be told on your behalf so they don't always have to hear you talk about it. Are you excited about it? Maybe my chat got disabled here or we got some crickets. It's all good. Go ahead and chat below. Are you excited? Right? Give me a quick second here. My internet and my whole screen here is jacked up. But if you go into the membership course, you will see the video. You will see the white label video, and it is going to help you tell the story, right? So now we have the demo video, we have the how it works. Now you can get creative. You can be inspired. You can gate your video where it'll give them like a snapshot of it or a screenshot. They can sign up to opt in. So you gather the information. We'll talk more about this tomorrow in the sales and prospecting, and then you could redirect them to your video, right? So I'm excited to see, those are a little bit more experienced and more, thought creative, or just adding on, or maybe just about to jump in all and kind of just use what they see. We're going to talk about that in the Facebook group a little bit more in depth, but you can just show the video, you could share the video, or you can have them opt in to see the video and learn more, right? So we do that. That helps tell a story. Now, after that is our blog. Again, you'll have to connect your blog. Now, in HighLevel, we offer blog. So you'll create your blog, you'll connect your blog. Your blog is live. Blog is content. If you're going to make content on our reputation, this is a good place to do it. And this is a good place to show it, right? You offer support, you link it to support. But here's the kicker. Your customers are always going to go to your reputation website because this is where they're going to log in from. So, like HighLevel, you go to well, maybe you don't always go that way, right? But you could go that way. If you go to gohighlevel.com, there's a login button, but most of our customers become very experienced really quick. They just go to their direct link. But your customers may not be that way. Your customers may want to backup, or you may want to educate them on a backup. They can click login from your page and log in to their account. What are your thoughts on that? So your header, footer, navigation, all of it is customizable. All of it is customizable for you. All of it is customizable for you. So powerful, right? When you have custom, it makes the difference. Try something here real quick. Try something here for you. All right. I'm going to work on something here. I'm going to work on something here for you prior to us getting off. Something, I think this is a user error on my end. I think this is a user error. No worries. That's how you know that this is right. We're live. We're here together. We're workshopping this together, right? Do I want to throw my laptop across the way? I do. Am I not? No, I'm not going to do it, right? Because we know it's a learning curve and we're learning as we go and we're getting this done. So that being said, there's a video there. I want to show you the video. I'm going to somehow get you the video. If you're not in the Facebook group yet, get in that Facebook group, get access, because I'm going to share the video there so you can watch it there as well. All right. And also that video will be in a couple of other areas here, and I will confirm that in a moment. So let's continue on here. Well, let's do this. I want to see how engaged we are here. I mean, who's really all in engaged and listening, and how real time? Because sometimes, you know, live streams lag. It's annoying, but they lag. So when I say hi, you type level, right? So I'm going to say hi. You're going to type level. Hit enter. Hi. I'm going to say hi. You type level. Hi. Let's see what we got. All right. Picking up. It's picking up. All right. I see them. All right. We got them coming in. Awesome. We're not too far behind. Let's rock and roll. Awesome. 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 Right. Do me a favor. Type below in the chat, high level. Type in below, high level. If you call it high level, top high level. If you call it GHL, type GHL. If you call it go high level, type in go high level. If you call it your own white label brand, or you're planning on creating a white label brand, throw that name down if you want to. But do you call it high level? Do you call it GHL? Or do you call it go high level? It is a discussion that a lot of people always have, and sometimes a debate at the holiday dinner table or at an event, right? So let me know what you call it. Awesome. All right, so as we continue on here, custom values I went over. This will go over that in more detail. It's about 2 minutes long. Missed call text back. For those that have used missed call text back in the past, have heard of it, have seen the benefit of it, whatever the case may be, we need to get missed call text back in here. So you want to make sure you watch this video and throw in the chat MCTB. MCTB. Throw that in the chat, right? For my folks that done the missed call text back, you see the value, you know the value. Great. Now, because we're speeding up with technology and customers' expectation is always moving and grooving, we need to get our AI chat widget up. But let's start with the chat widget first. We can empower it with AI. We can use it as a form, right? But here's where you're going to do the chat widget setup. And we're going to give you how to deploy the chat widget. So we get the two-way conversations, interactions, and then you could set it up for your customer. What you do for you is what you'll feel confident and excited to do for your customer. So important. Do it once, you'll look forward to it the next time. Right. So go ahead and type down below in the chat widget. Right. Awesome. So we created a lead magnet. We created a lead magnet, and the lead magnet is a white paper. We created a workflow for it. Right. So this is the instructions for the workflow. Let's get in that area here. Bear with me. I'm just moving between my AI challenge sub account that popped up. Let me get to that reputation management. Where are we? Little reputation goes a long way. All right, here we go. Sorry for the hold music. Perfect. Thank you all for the engagement, the positive vibes, the good energy. I know I'm not the best singer, but I had to put some hold music in between. All right, so let's get over to the workflow. So we're in our sub account. We're going into automations. So some people call this automation. Some people call this workflow. Some people call this automation trees. Some people call it workflow list. There's a bunch of different names based on experiences and what they're used to. But automations houses the automation trees, the workflows, the processes that make HighLevel stand out. Process that your customers are looking for but don't know or how or want to spend the time to get it done. So let's click on the automations tab. We have a series of automations that are created that fire off when a new lead comes in. So a new lead comes in, we've set the buttons and levers behind the scenes to do a handful of items. So lead magnet form submitted, then it's assigned to you. It creates an opportunity in the pipeline. I'll show you that. It notifies you through your app. It sends a offer claim confirmation to your prospect. It sends them a text. It waits for a reply. They didn't reply. What's next? Did they reply happy-go-lucky or did they reply no? It then sends an alert for you to call them. It sends them a voicemail. It'll send them a booking link if they did reply. It'll send them a booking link if they did not reply. It'll connect to a day one wait. And it gets a little complicated, but we had to give you everything to get everything. We wanted to get a little creative here. We really never did this before where we start adding trigger links and all these different cool factors, but we wanted to give you something just to wow you. If you're a little wowed on just the in-depth that our product team, so many people behind the scenes on this project, on this reputation management, so many people that I can't even mention all their names. The list is too long. The list is way too long. But do me a favor, type in there, shout out to Team HighLevel. If you appreciate just this alone, or the website alone, or the live alone, or the playbook alone, or the Facebook group, the networking, whatever you appreciate, go ahead and type in the chat below, shout out to Team HighLevel. Kudos, Team HighLevel. Kudos, thank you. Whatever you, just share your appreciation. It'll go a long way to our support team, product marketing team, all these different departments that I can't say everybody's name, right? So we're going to leave it at that, right? Perfect. So setup all here done. I mean, look, I've worked for a couple of big companies that worked with small to medium-sized businesses, that worked with a lot of agencies that would resell our service when I worked there. They never did any of this. None of this was included. Like, this wasn't even an option. That's why we're changing the game for the better. We're setting the standard a couple notches up, right? If you're okay with the standard, that's fine. But if you're all about going beyond the standards, above and beyond, type in the chat, above and beyond. Above and beyond in the chat. And that's what you should expect from us. And if you stop expecting that from us, then you need to let us know. Above and beyond is what we want to feel from you, that you expect from us, right? So we continue this on day 2 follow-up, wait 1 day, internal email notification, push. I mean, this stuff goes on. You got settings. You got enrollment history, you got rules and regulations, you got execution logs, you got everything you need to go. We don't have enough time to go over everything in detail, but I'm going to move on to sales calendar and automation. This is where you'll use the help guide, your sales appointments, your sales inquiries, your sales prospects. We've created a calendar. That calendar lives under the calendar settings, connects with the workflow settings. And the calendar section gives you control of your onboarding calendar and your sales calendar. The 3 dots gives you many, many options. Then you have options to create the types of calendars, whether it's for groups, services, rooms, equipment. This goes in depth. You have your preferences, availability, connections. You got the whole kit and caboodle here for you. You got everything you need to make it your own plus more. Calendar, holy smokes. If you feel like that about the calendar on this, this is only one portion. Got the calendar. Then we've embedded that calendar in your site for the sign up. So when they sign up, they get the onboarding calendar. When they have questions, they get the inquiry calendar. You get to pick and choose how you want that calendar to flex. How often do you want to use it, for what, for when, and how, right? You have all that available to you custom. Type it down below, custom. No cookie cutters here. Everything is custom, right? Awesome. So let me find my tab, right? Because I'm all pumped up here and I'm over here switching through windows as if my mouse is broken. So I'm gonna grab a quick sip here. You grab a sip too. If you need a sip, grab a sip. If you have a question, type it down. All right. Cool. So, reputation audit, one of my favorites. And oh my goodness, this alone could be a training of its own. This alone can be a training of its own, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek because you may not know so, but now you know so. May not know so, but now you know so. So let me show you what I mean by that. Now, this is only available in the agency view. Will that change in the future? Maybe. Don't know, but we're gonna go agency view. We're gonna go prospecting tool. Prospecting tool, right? Powerful. You got an appointment coming up, prospecting tool. Put them through the tool. You put them through the tool, out as a prospect, it saves it. It even gives you a chance to convert it into a sub account when you sell it. You can even do a PDF when you go in person, paper to paper, maybe as a leave behind. You want to leave it behind, print it out. When I was door to door and out and about, I had a printer in my car. I'd print these out, find the businesses. I didn't have this then, but I had something similar. Find the businesses, print them out, drop them off, follow up. They accepted. The conversation starts. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Maybe you're not salesy. Maybe you're not about prospecting. But my gosh, when you learn a little bit of what I'm going to share with you, it's going to just fully connect and complement what you're learning now, right? So let's use Twisted Plants as an example. Just an example, right? We open Twisted Plants. There's a whole bunch of settings here and details. We're going to go to show report. It'll show us a web version of the report. It'll give us our online score, give us our map to confirm that's the business, give us the website, it pulls it all in. This thing is smart. This is very smart. Is it perfect? No, but it's smart. And it's always getting better. It's going to check if the page is claimed by the standards. Now, you could think a page is claimed, or they could tell you a page is claimed, but is it claimed by the standards? Boom. Chat widget, any chatting available? Is it set up by the standards? It'll tell you that. Does it have a phone number that it could be text? It'll scan a database to tell you that. Is it a WordPress site? Some people would say it doesn't matter. But if it's a WordPress site, maybe there are plugins and elements that they require or do not want to detach from. So WordPress does play a big part. Everyone's at a different level and different standard, right? So it'll tell you that. Any reviews, it'll scan the reviews. It'll do an SEO analysis. Now here, right, so pro tip, jot it down below, pro tip SEO, right? It's not how you find yourself or where you find yourself. It's where your customer finds you and where your customer is located, right? So if you're a towing company, right, and you serve a certain area, well, if my car breaks down and I'm out of your area and you're not optimized or properly set up, I'm not going to find you to call you because you're not in my area that I'm in now. So this will use some behind the scenes technology. Don't want to make it sound fancy. Just, I don't know all the details, but we have a whole help guide and support team that can go in depth, but it'll basically take touch points from different locations as if it was there. And it'll tell you, this is how you show up in those locations. Pro tip, you want to tell a great story? Tell the story of their potential customer in need of their service and they're not around the corner or in their building. Because if they're around the corner or in their building, what good is it? They're already there. It's when they're outside of the normal area. That's how you know your SEO is truly making you search engine optimized, right? And we know that there's 3 competitors only on the map. So we're going to show those 3 competitors, their reviews, their information, their name, so you can reference and tell a story about that. Repeat this with me if you agree. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. Jot it down below if you agree. If not, no problem. Everybody has their own style. But somebody shared with me that, stuck with me, heard it in some way, shapes, or form in the past. But again, everything hits just a little bit different when it's more and more relevant. And we want to be telling a relevant story for our customers to be relevant to their prospective customers. Because if they're already their customer, do they need them? They could just call them. We want those that don't know them. That's why it's important, right? So we have our SEO listings. We're going to go in depth on this. We have a great relationship with a company called Yext. We offer it as a service to upsell to your customers. So if your customers go directly to Yext, it is a little, bit of an investment. But if they go through you, you make some profit, they get a deal, and the relationship is as good, if not better, as if they would have went to them directly. You're just in the mix. You have the control, you have the visibility, you have the integration. Everything is here, easier for them. Again, your choice, but we've included these things. They've been requested by popular demand over the time. Now, reputation management, this is what's important. Our review summary, total reviews analyzed. So we're using AI to analyze those reviews. Are we analyzing all of them? Maybe, maybe not, depends on how many. Positive review sentiment, why is that important? Because if there's positive, there's opportunity. If there's negative, there's repair and opportunity. We got to repair and we got to rebuild, right? And then the online reputation with the Google business profile is important. For as of right now, we're doing this. Google is super relevant. Actually, it's, some people consider it their source of truth. They go there first before making any purchase or any driving instructions. I mean, others use other programs, but we've put Google and we have an integration with Google, right? That gives you this information accurately and directly. You don't have to go opening windows and all these things. Bing, 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 bing. No, we bring everything into the prospecting tool. So now you're telling a story around, look, and I do something like this usually, and I'll get more into it in sales and prospecting. I'll go, look, look, Jane and Joe, I just want to be transparent here that I've put this together based on our systems, our partnerships, internet data that's public that customers can look, view, and make decisions on. I've just put it all together for it to be easily reviewed by you. Right? This is already there, whether I put it together or not. I want to just bring a few things to your attention. Now, what I bring to your attention may upset you. You may not be aware of it, or you may feel that I'm trying to remind you of something. Absolutely not. At any moment you want me to stop showing you this, or you want to change the conversation, no problem. But I want to call out the elephant in the room, which is opportunity and acknowledgement, right? I want us to acknowledge the negative reviews. I want us to acknowledge the potential and what we could be doing better. And I want us to start to rebuild that reputation based on my best practices, experiences, what you expect, your standards, and what the customers expect. So Is it okay if I show you this and walk through it? Awesome. Let's get to it. Right. And we got that like transition, like that, those mini commitments matter, right? Examples of negative reviews. There may be more. We've pulled some examples, but let's talk positive. Like everything evens out over time, but right now it's not. But here's the good news. People have said great things about you. We just got to get more people to say more great things about you, right? And we got to make it easy for them to do so, right? And now that we spent some time on here because it's reputation management, right? And then we get into SEO, the basics of SEO, the basics of name, address, phone number, right? The basics of being found, right? Being chosen, being spoken about, right? If your name, address, phone number is not on your business card, no one knows who you are. If the name, address, phone number on your sign is wrong, no one's going to call you directly, right? If your business doesn't have a sign, no one's going to know you're there. Like name, address, phone number, whether it's on paper, metal, digital, is so key. And that's what we're driving home here and educating our clients, right? So that's this. Wait, there's more. Website performance. Last time I was here, this wasn't here. This stuff keeps adding up because our marketers, our clients say we need this, this, and this. So we bring it to life. And we're always improving the version. So website performance, page speed, desktop speed, mobile speed, all here. Your vitals, right? It's like when you go to the doctor, your blood pressure, your height, your weight. Look at that like this. Height, weight, right? What you feel, your symptoms, what's visible, what's not. All of these matter, and the results are clear and available. I'm going to hold back my excitement right now because this wasn't here when I checked last. This is awesome. If you agree that this is AWESOME, type in the chat below, JB, this is awesome, right? Or is it just me? Is it just me thinking and getting overly excited and pumped up about it, right? Because I'm a sales guy. I like going out. I like having great conversations. I love the challenge, right? I'll get fulfillment help later. I want to earn the time and the relationship to earn the business and keep it long-term, right? So go ahead and type below if this is awesome and you agree with it, yes. If you wish that there was something else that should be on here or that you would love to be on here, put that down too. I would love to see this on there, or I don't know if I saw this or if this is there or not. That's okay. But let me know what you plan on doing when you get your hands on this prospecting tool located in the agency view, available for agency owners to get in and have a truthful, professional, respectful, expert style way of sharing opportunity, concerns, growth, and more. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, back to our regular schedule programming because I can get off track. So, taking money. So, I don't want to confuse you now because I almost confused myself. Taking money and payment processor are different. So, payment processor is the technical setup collection. Taking money, taking payment is help guide, gets you there. That's using our tap to pay, virtual pay, Apple Pay, invoice pay, taxes, products, the whole nine is here for you to customize, make yours. And oh, I don't know if I shared this. You can also use the mobile app for tap to pay. You could also use the mobile app to send out an invoice. You could also use the mobile app, right, to see the revenue that came in from those paid invoices, right? So we're on the run. We want to do everything from our app. How many of you like use Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App, any of those programs? Like you've gone full digital. You don't even use the plastic card anymore. The only thing plastic you use is the phone case that protects your phone when you scan it, right? I've gone pretty much all digital. I go Apple Pay, all that good stuff, right? Again, everyone has different ways of buying, but you got to make sure you could serve all, right? And we have some e-commerce features here too, that you can set up your e-commerce store, e-commerce processing, all that good stuff. As you see here, how to set up an e-commerce store online, how to set up affiliate marketing, pay that out, get paid from it, all that good stuff, all here, how to create payment products. So I search this and it gives me all the related articles. This is like a search engine. This is like the HighLevel informational station search engine. It's going to give you what's relevant to what you're searching for based off of what you need. So always look to the side here and below. You'll be surprised, and definitely give your feedback. Was it helpful? Was it not? All that good jazz. Right? Awesome. Sweet. Boom. Give me a kaboom below. If you're pumped, throw a boom or a kaboom, right? And if you want to throw a couple K's and A's and boom, or a couple extra O's, throw it down, because we're wrapping this up. I'm getting a little tired, to be honest. Getting a little tired. You guys got the best out of me today, because this is a great part. I've never really gone too in depth on this, but I felt that it was needed for this type of challenge. You got to know it all to get it all, right? So let's continue on here. We're done. We're done. Give yourself a round of applause. Go ahead and throw some clapping emojis there. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. Y'all went through the live session. Now you got to go through the course and actually do the what? Implementation. Once you implement it, it's a whole different ball game. Been there, done that, seen it, know it, right? So that being said, let me move a few things down here. Whew, I think I broke a sweat. This techie stuff will get you sweating a little bit, right? Techie stuff will get you sweating a little bit, but it's all good, because if it puts energy and excitement and a plan in front of you to go out and help impact small to medium-sized businesses with something they don't even know, or something that some of these big companies charge like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, that really shouldn't be, or they make it complicated, or they don't even answer the phone calls of their customers. Like, that's why we're going hyper local. And that's why you're going in fast and focused. Hyper local in your area, work within your 5, 10, 15-mile area, and expand out. Expand out, right? Because you got the tools. Once you set up the tools, you're good to go. All right, let me look at here what's left. Okay, so last thing here, we got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to run through some important stuff as a high-level overview, no pun intended. Go ahead and type below. If you got 10 more minutes to roll with me, type in high-level overview in the chats. High-level overview. Coming in hot. Okay, so Tasha manage. Okay, so high-level overview coming at you. And we are going to wrap this up. Okay. Where is my screen share? Close a couple of these things out. Declutter a bit. Sweet. All right. High-level overview coming at you by popular demand. The chat's on fire. We have a little hyper local, a little high-level overview. So here's what what you need to be aware of. This is in your sub-account snapshot. One. This is your sub-account. This is the account you're using to attract, acquire, capture, convert, nurture your prospective customers, right? So the Launchpad, my friends over at Product Marketing, Chase and Ryan Haplin, they'll always say, start with the Launchpad first, hit these basics with your customer, right? So we're going to treat this like for you and your customers together. So hit the Launchpad first. That'll get you the app send link. That'll get your Google Business connected. That'll get your communication within the Messenger, your web chat, and your app, WhatsApp, Stripe, Yext, all the basics, like all the tires, the wheels, the steering wheel, like the gas, like everything is here. This is the Launchpad, right? Boom, done, right? Then we got the dashboard. Dashboard is your stats. Now, the $297 plan and the $497 plan, benefit of the $497 plan, more visibility into stats, more customization into stats, more customization into reporting. But you may or may not need that yet. That's fine. Just want to give you that insight, right? We don't do price increases at HighLevel ever. We just offer new features, and we pretty much like pass on the cost and what's required to service it, right? To fulfill on the support, right? So this dashboard gives you a bunch of overview of what's coming in, your analytics. As long as it's connected, it'll tell you the story, right? And you'll have to refresh every so often. And you'll have to click around, like dates, pen, all that good stuff. Conversations. So again, my friends over at product marketing, right? Conversations starts the interest, starts everything, right? So, our customers want customers. Our customers want results. Well, let's reverse engineer results and the needs of our customers. If we were to put ads on for your customer, what would they need to do? They would need to have a conversation when that inquiry comes in. Here's the problem. Not business owners are all created equal with their knowledge and expertise or their interest. They may not want to be having those conversations. So we have some features and benefits within HighLevel that you can do some further research to automate conversations. But for you and for your customer, whether they're on the app or the web version, they'll have a view of all their conversations, all here. So important. Calendars, top part is the actual calendar. Your appointments are listed, your statuses, so on and so forth, and then your calendar settings. And then your calendar settings have subsettings. This is sometimes like a maze, but it's all by design because we don't want to give you everything at first. We want to give you what's relevant to what you need or potentially need, right? Thereafter that, we have contacts. Now, our list, right? Building a list, creating a list, importing a list, segmenting a list. Without a list, again, my friends at product marketing create features, trainings, and resources. Chase, Ryan, Haplin, the whole supporting team behind them, right? My role is to be your business development person. Me to help you develop your sales business, your service business. Me to help you think outside the box to push things beyond the standards. So you want to get familiar with your contacts, with the functions, right? Sending emails, SMS, automations, tags, segmenting your list, exporting, importing, right? How does it all work? Tons of help guides, and then there's subsettings and then settings. I don't know how that makes sense. Subsettings and settings. You get the point. Settings. Go ahead and type in the chat below. Settings. Settings is the throttle and the speed you go. Here's what I mean. If you send out a text blast and you don't do the right settings, and you have a list of 30,000 people, it will send it out to 30,000 people at once. You have to look at the settings. And if it sends it out to 30,000 people at once, it could be a big headache, or it could suspend your account within those authorities, whether it's email or spam, email or text as is, right? So settings are important. Don't fly by it. Next thing is, as we import contacts, as we get leads, as we have conversations, we need to track and monitor our opportunities, right? So 2 parts in this section. You have pipelines, which are your drawing board or your board of, let's say, onboarding pipeline, right? These are all the people that are related to onboarding. So I'm going to move them through the stages within onboarding. Sales pipeline, they're not yet customers. So I'm going to go through the different stages within. Like, so if I meet you today and I talk to you about my service, and I go to sales pipeline and you're a new lead that comes in, right? So let's say you start here, right? I speak with you. I open up your tab here. I put a couple notes, right? Couple details. And then I move you to a sales call booking. Or if I set it up to move automatically, there's a lot of settings available, right? This can move automatically as well. Very smart, very intuitive. Nothing here is cookie cutter. If you like cookies, great, but this is not cookie cutter. This is not off the shelf. Your regular CRMs and marketing tools, they don't do this out the box. They do not do this out the box. I'll leave it at that. So you'll move this through the pipeline, right? Sales call attended. Now you can add more statuses here. You have that opportunity, right? You can add more pipelines. You have that opportunity. You could do bulk actions. You have that opportunity. But this is how you track and measure your new customer list, prospect list, and then your new customers together. Like they give you money. Now what's next? So you give me money, you're a new client. I now have to do an onboarding call. I move it over. Now the onboarding call was booked. I got to move you that you attended or you didn't attend or the onboarding is complete. So go ahead and type in below opportunities and pipelines. If you find yourself that you're going to be using opportunities and pipelines, let me know how you plan on using it. What are your thoughts around it? Are you using something else now? You don't need to mention the name of what you're using, but definitely let me know how you're planning on using it so we can make sure we get you the support on how to use it without having to make a whole new way. Okay, awesome. Next is payments. This is what I shared before, taking payments. This tab here is after your account's connected. You get to set up your subscription settings, your order settings, your e-commerce settings, your payment links, your transaction report, your products, your coupons, your settings, your integrations. Yes, we integrate with Stripe, PayPal, Authorize.net, NMI, and we have other manual method payments. We do offer additional support and details around it. We just started supporting Razorpay for my friends in India. And we have many more that are still coming or being developed out by outside folks that are implementing into the HighLevel ecosystem. But for SaaS mode, you need Stripe for the moment, and you have flexibility elsewhere if you don't want to use SaaS mode for that, right? So if you're excited about payments and the abilities of payments, and you're excited to get out of QuickBooks, or you're excited to get out of this random invoice program you have that's super basic and you have to copy and paste everything and doesn't give your customers the follow-up or you the follow-up, and it's just clunky. Go ahead and type in HighLevel payments. HighLevel payments. Right? Marketing, again, social media profiles integrated, your emails, campaigns, templates. Oh yes, we also have templates for you. So when you click on new, we have a template email marketing template base. We're always updating it, right? Always new stuff by industries, a couple goodies there, right? Templates, preset messages. Oh, you want to offer affiliate of your product or your service? We just added an affiliate manager right here for you. Set up your affiliate program, connect it with the sub account. Maybe your customer wants to start an affiliate program. All here, all available, visibility, good to go, right? So go ahead and type in there marketing, right? A marketing system is what you have access to and what you know how to use. If it's too complicated, there's just not enough hours in the day to commit to it. We make it easy, super easy. Type in the chat, super easy. Automations, we went over. We've enabled it to be AI driven. So you have content AI, you have other campaign and other settings here that are as well AI driven. We have updates and messages here to get you up to speed. Sites. Now, some people get confused. Sites gives you access to everything site related. So funnels, create them here. Yes, we provide you funnel templates. You don't have to create all your funnels from scratch. We give you inspiration to edit as needed. Those are there by industry. Websites, same thing. We give you a website template bucket to pick from by industry. Feel free to edit as needed. Boom. Oh, and by the way, this reputation management site that we made for you, it was custom. It's not in the template. That is custom for you all. So I hope you enjoy it. And I'm excited to see your remixed version with your colors, your brand, and your information in there. And remember, clone it so you don't lose it. Right? Perfect. You got stores, create your swag store, go into more detail there. Numbers drive decisions. Insights drive decisions. So we have analytics that are based on what you've connected to HighLevel. You can do so, and your customers, what they connect, you can share with them as well. We just added blogs. These are all new. These are all brand new. Create your blogs, your blog settings. You want to bring your WordPress site over to us, we'll host your WordPress site, integrate your WordPress site, or your customers can transfer over and integrate. Client portal. Oh my goodness, we're running You guys got 5 more minutes, 8 more minutes tops. Go ahead and type in the chat. You got 8 more minutes, John. You got 8 more minutes, JB. You got 8 more minutes. If I got 8 minutes and you'll spare me 8 minutes, I'll walk through the rest of here and I promise it'll be worth your time. All right, I got the green light. I got the green light. Let's go. All right, so 8 minutes on the clock. Hey, Siri, set an alarm for 8 minutes.
8 minutes starting now.
Let's give it a shot. All right, so dashboard, client dashboard. This is what the client dashboard looks like. You can customize this so that way they can log in with their Google, their username, password, add your logo, all that jazz. It's all about customer experience for your customers and their customers. All available. Invites, users, features around the link creation. You got everything you need to make this an awesome client portal. There are programs out there that charge you hundreds of dollars just for this feature, and they integrate. They seamlessly integrate. Well, this is already included. How about that? This is included. No need to integrate. Forms. So, pro tip forms. Type that below. If you want the pro tip for the forms, type it below. Pro tip forms. 2 pieces of pro tip. I learned the hard way, but I tell everybody to avoid it, right? So forms, if you're in the mix and you forget it's under sites, like you got to make a note of that because it doesn't like correlate right away depending on your experience or how maybe what you're used to. So we go to the forms tab, right? To create a form. So a couple pro tips. Create a folder. So homepage, right? These are your homepage forms. Boom. So if I got like 3 forms on my homepage, I'm putting them in the homepage for the form. So I'll go to add form. I could choose from a template or I can create from scratch, right? Everything pretty simple here. Create from scratch or choose a template. I create that form. I'll just pick anyone here for time's sake, right? Boom, click continue. It's adding the template in my folder. And please hold. All right, great. This information here, right? I can change my labels. I have a lot of autonomy here of what I need to change and what I need to do. You got to click on these buttons sometimes because you may want to customize it with certain fields, custom fields. There's a lot here. I used to sleep on these buttons. These buttons all do a lot of things. You got to make sure. So pro tip 1, set up the email notification. So who do you want this form to go to, right? This is one way to do it. The other way to do it, if you start to play in automations a little bit more and often, is setting up a lead form trigger so that way things happen automatically. But at the very least, set up the email notification so it goes to somebody. Because here's what will happen. If you don't set up anything, it will sit in the submissions tab by itself. Nobody likes to be by themselves. It will sit there by itself for a very long time until you find it by accident. So there's your pro tip. There's your pro tip is make sure you create your forms, create the notification, and every so often check your submissions. Check your submissions. And then over here, you could adjust, what you want to see and what you don't want to see, right? All there. Cool. Surveys included. Surveys are big. Again, tons of companies out there that charge hundreds of dollars just for surveys. You could do surveys as a service. You could do survey as an add-on. Your choice. Chat widget, same thing. Tons of $100 for just one feature. You get to add it on or upsell it. Your choice. Redirects, you have a domain, you want it to go somewhere else, you could do that here. No need to play with all these different websites. If it's connected, you can make adjustments, right? So go ahead and type in the chat below, sites. Love it, sites. Tons of information. Let me know if you found value in the sites. Awesome. Memberships is what you're experiencing now, but this is another one. I would need like another 25 minutes for this. This is a to be continued, but like if you use any like message board services or community services or course services, I'll tell you this, we have pretty much for all the major course programs that are out there, we have a way or the way to transfer all your courses from there to here. So if you've been like holding off because you don't want to take the time to rebuild everything, contact the support and we'll show you how to transfer everything over from where you're at now to where you want to be here. Keep it all in one. Don't seamlessly integrate. Be together automatically. Be all in, right? So memberships, you can create certificates, communities. We have a special mobile app that they can study, learn, interact from that mobile app for just communities, gray labeled. You want to upload photos, assets, you can. Reputation management. We went over this, right? Sending out review requests right from here. How your review requests are, what reviews came in, adding a website widget to your website to showcase all the reviews, your listings, all here. You can activate that. Now, this is like the rebilling price. It's actually cheaper than this. It's actually cheaper than this. But this is like what, if I wanted to activate it, that would be my rebilling price. I would pay that. And then you would make some money and then they would, Yext would make, what it's worth to them, right? Settings, right? You can activate auto response, responding for reviews. How annoying is it to respond to reviews when you don't have the time? Well, your clients feel like that way. Maybe you do. You can set up Reviews AI to do the responding for you. Yes, I know, best for last, right? So you can set up your Reviews AI. You can set up your custom review link. So if you want to go ahead and get reviews to Google, put the Google in or integrate it. Or you want to get reviews to your TripAdvisor, your Yelp, your WebMD site, wherever you want reviews, you can drive the traffic to. Now, pro tip, walk through the process, look at the documentation that these websites provide for the reviews, because we will not integrate directly with any third-party sites, right? Because they all have their own process, but we will integrate with Google reviews and Facebook reviews because we have those relationships. But that doesn't mean you can't get traffic from your customers or for your customers to the sites that they want for. Now, if you have any questions about this or you need some strategy or you want to run some ideas, you could throw some questions in the Facebook group, throw them below, reach out to our success team. Whatever works for you, works for me, right? Now, the review request, what's nice is that when you have your phone number and everything set up, you can see it and be good. So I want to show you really quick as we end this on an awesome note. Let me show you how we use this with 30 seconds on the clock. We've sent out a bunch of reviews. We have the requests that gone out. The reviews come in. We respond automatically by Reviews AI. We put those reviews on our website. Those reviews show up on our website. We have our SEO listings activated. Those reviews jump into it. We have our settings configured for our main sources, how we want it done. And we have full transparency on everything that matters most. Everything that matters most is in my dashboard. Mic drop. How do you feel? What's your opinion? I saved the best for last. There's so much more. There is so much more, but I wanted to save the best for last because leaving a first impression is what you start with first, and leaving a lasting impression is what I just did with you here. Your reputation management feature that you're going to be using and learning tomorrow on how to position, how to sell, how to go to market, whether it's virtually or in person, integrates and works seamlessly with all the features I went over with you now. I challenge you to say, hey, John, how do I use reviews, requests with pipelines? How can I use reviews with conversations? Give me the best you got. If I can't answer it, I'll get help. But what we have set up here at GHL, Go HighLevel, HighLevel, whatever you want to call it, It's your personal preference. We set it up to be together, integrated, right? We want you to cut your subscriptions down in half, if not all, for you and your customers, because HighLevel's not going anywhere. We're just getting warmed up. You're not going anywhere because you're hyper local. So we're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Our customers in the middle, let's bring them together, fill the gap, and make a difference in our local markets. Was it right? The right amount? I can't make everybody happy, but I promise you, I will take your feedback, make it work so it does the best to serve our community as a whole. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all have been awesome. Now, my ask of you is one thing. If you know the answer, type it below. Implementation. I need you to go through day 1, watch the live replay, do the work. I need you to go through day 2, watch this replay, do the work in the course, set your system up. Now, if you didn't get it set up yet and you did watch, or you're still playing catch up because maybe you're trying to transition out of the full-time job, maybe you're handling a bunch of things that are going on, that's none of our business, but still join us tomorrow for what you can, ask the questions, and if you need just a little bit extra help, use our team. The links are below for support. The community's here to serve you. I'm here to help you. We're in giving mode right now. And thank you for giving me your time. It's the right time to go. It's time to go. I don't want to get pulled off the stage here. Y'all been great. See you tomorrow, sales and prospecting. Till tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, till 2 p.m. Eastern, here, live, YouTube or Facebook. I'm wondering who won this contest. You may win tomorrow. We're going to pull a winner today. You have the next 30 minutes to comment below to finish your chances of winning our swag award that we're giving away tomorrow. All right, buzzer's going off. They're telling me to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow.